Hello everyone and welcome back to Prestige Reef. It is day 15 of this grueling 30-day vlog series. I will be completely honest with you, I'm not entirely sure I will make it to the end. And the reason for that is because when you spend all day thinking of what to film and filming stuff and editing and replying to comments, you start to neglect other things in your life which are important, like obviously my partner or work experience guy. Now, work experience guy is very lucky because you'll see here, this is a new microphone. So we can now walk all the way around the room and he will still be able, you'll still be able to hear him say his, sarcastic remarks about me.
Oh, lucky you guys.
See, lucky you guys. Now the reason I've come in today is because I'm actually going to pick some corals. I'm probably just going to pick a few little pieces of Montipora just to try in the Waterbox tank. As you saw already, the phosphate is too high arguably for coral and the nitrate is also a little bit high, but I just thought I have so much Montipora that if I lose a piece in there, it's not too bad. If it does well, it's like a small incremental win for me. Now, Sam and I were just having a rather philosophical, I'm not sure if philosophical is the right word, would you say it's the philosophical?
I would. I think so. Yeah? Almost.
Discussion about life to some extent, but mainly fish. Now, I just said to Sam, and I'll be completely honest with you, I went, I think that this series is making me depressed. Now look, don't you worry, I'm all right, yeah? And Sam went, well, it's all right, you can go and buy some fish tomorrow. And that's true, but the problem is, I have got to the stage now where, and I hate the fact I've got to this stage, I almost only want like special fish. What happened to that 18-year-old that was just happy with a couple of damselfish? And Sam said that basically that is what happens to everyone. Is that happening to you, Sam?
Yeah, I only want expensive fish.
You only want expensive fish too?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. So come on then, Mr. Philosophical. What is that one fish that you have always wanted
I would
then?
absolutely love an Achilles tang.
You love, but why?
Because there's just something about them. I just think the colours, they're just
Something
stunning.
about them is not an answer.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just look at it and go, that's a really, really nice fish.
Now, if that fish costs £5, would you, and everyone had it, would you be interested in it?
I don't.
Would it have the same appeal?
No, I don't think it would. To be honest with you, I think the more expensive it is, the more rare it is, the less you see it, the more you, I don't know, the more you want it.
So, name a fish that you think is prettier than an Achilles.
Ooh.
That will be a lot cheaper.
I think a Royal Grammar's pretty nice, and that's pretty cheap. You know, I think the colours are quite nice on that.
Yeah.
Pink and yellow.
If you can hear some suction sound at the moment, it's because I can't say that. I definitely can't say that.
It's a suction sound.
I was going to say, if you can hear some suction sound at the moment, it's because one of the pumps is drawing air in because I'm doing a water change. But yeah, that bit will probably stay in.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you would argue that a Royal Grammar. 1 second, there's noises again. You would argue that a Royal Grammar is more pretty to look at than an Achilles.
In my opinion, yes, but it's my opinion. Everyone's gonna have a different opinion about it.
Now, before I show you what corals I'm going to pick, I thought I'd give you an update on this tray. Now, this is the tray which you usually don't get to see. Now, if you watched the video a couple of days ago, I think it was day 11, I put the golden angelfish in here because it still wasn't eating in the quarantine tank. So I thought there's plenty of food for it to eat in here. Now, I've actually seen her a few times since then. Remember, these videos aren't filmed day after day after day in real life. And I think she's been in here probably at least a week now. The last 2 times I saw her was under this rock. So let's have a look. But she seems to have got fed up with me moving the rock to see if she's there. As I said, I do see her. I'll edit in a really, really poor quality video. It's almost like one of those Bigfoot videos where you're not sure if it's real or not, or where you know it's not real if it's Bigfoot. Right now, the sound on this will probably be terrible, but you can see that little bit of bronze just through there. That is the golden angelfish. Now, whether she's eating prepared food or not, I don't know. I've actually got a few people who've seen these corals and have asked to come and actually buy some of them. So that might make it easier for me to spot her in the future. I might have a quick look around the tank with the camera actually, because that might be easier for me. It'd be really interesting to strip this tank down just because I don't actually even know what is in here anymore. And everything is just sort of growing out of control, but you never know. With a little sweep around, we might be able to spot her. Originally I put her in the Xenia, but she does appear to have escaped from it. Don't know if there's anything down the back that you can see. No, that's the copper band. I thought that might be her then. As I said, I only saw her yesterday and she was still looking exactly the same there. Whether she's eating frozen food now, I have no idea. She's definitely in a better place than she was when she was in the quarantine tank. Hopefully I'll be able to spot her again soon. These fish is hard to spot them in a normal display tank, let alone a tank that's basically just an absolute mess. Now, it has been a very, very long time since I've had to pick corals myself, so I'm not really sure what I'm even looking for anymore, because for me, corals all kind of just blur into one these days. When you see the same corals, or when you see so many corals on a day-to-day basis, this sort of yellowy frog spawn's quite unusual. But it's not the brightest coral, but it's just slightly unusual. You don't see this one all the time. But the coral which has been standing out for me for a while, I really, really like this orange one. I actually have two of them. Unfortunately, by the time you see this video, I will no longer be shipping. So if you want any of these corals, you either have to come and meet me in person, or you can wait until the probably second week in January, just to let all the backlog from Christmas be done with. It's just safer then. So we have our first two corals out. We've got this orange one, and we have this gold one over here. Hopefully the angelfish won't eat those. I've seen relatively high success rate with Euphilia and torches with angelfish, so hopefully those will do okay. For my first SPS coral, I'm probably going to go for a big chunk of this elkhorn. Now, these corals aren't necessarily going to stay in here the entire time. Some of these corals will probably go in just to see how they handle the water quality, and then they will probably move back in here, so they won't be placed on the rocks. I'm just going to put them on like a little rack on the sand. Now, I'm probably going to take one of Sam's Alveopora frags, either the green one or possibly this pink one down here, because this one always sells out really, really quickly. So I want to get a piece of it before it sells out again. That's right, these days I even have to compete with my own customers. That is one major downside to doing a job which you are also part of the hobby yourself, because when something comes in, it's not unusual for me to want it myself, and then I'm essentially spending all of my profits. Now, when it comes to Montipora, I have so many options, but one of the ones that I'm definitely going to take, did you just say you're welcome?
Yeah.
But one of the ones I'm definitely 100% going to take is this Dragon Rider Montipora. And the reason I'm taking this is because in a video ages and ages ago, Sam and I picked corals that he liked to put in the water box, and they never went in there, and he has not stopped whinging about it since. No, I haven't. Every time I see him, he goes, "Have you put the corals in yet? Your microphone's not on, so they won't be able to hear you." So that will be going in there. Another piece that's caught my eye is this Sunfire grafted Montipora. Now, grafted Montiporas grow very, very differently depending on the distribution of the red and green. Now, this one you can see has pretty even spread with regards to the coloration around the edges, and that's exactly what you want if you want one of the really, really cool looking ones you see on the internet. So I'll probably keep this piece for myself, and you can see what I mean with this one, where you can see that the distribution of red and green is not exactly even. So this one won't ever produce a cooler pattern unless you sort of cut chunks out of it. And then you can stick them together, or sometimes literally just cutting into the green will make it grow into a different pattern the next time it grows. This again also might be going in there just because it has sort of sentimental value to me. This was one of the very, very first corals which I bought when I first started the coral farm, and it cost me 200 euros. I can't remember exactly where it came from, but 200 euros at the time was a huge amount of money for me, because obviously I had the huge expense of the coral farm. But this piece, again, as I said, it will probably end up going in there just purely out of sentimental value. Something else we discovered today is that one of the chromis absolutely hates Sam. So he might not do it now because I'm watching. Oh, he's not biting you this time.
No, he's not. He likes me now.
That was weird. Normally he just likes to take a bite out of him.
Oh.
And the final coral I'm going to go for is one of the really, really toxic green Duncan corals. Now, this one I'm a little bit nervous about because this is the sort of thing that angelfish will eat, But we'll see, and I've got quite a few of them, so I thought, why not? Do the smile, Sam, come on. Come on, do the smile. Right, that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Please feel free to comment below if you have any questions. If you did enjoy it, why not click that like and subscribe button? And Sam, have you got anything else to say? Come on.
Follow me on Instagram, Reefer.
But why don't you ever tell them to follow me on Instagram?
Because you have enough followers.
True. True. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you later.
Bye.